How you guys doing? It's bonus time. It's time for your January 2025 bonus reading. What I'm doing when I do bonus readings is I'm looking for details, situations, or scenarios that for whatever reason did not make it into the first round of January readings, okay? So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information for personal readings is right down there in the description of this video, okay? All right, let's hop on into this. I'm starting these off with general messages. So career, finance, friends, family, anything but romance. All right, let's jump into this. What general messages do we have for the Capricorn collective? What general messages do we have? Ooh, the Temperance reversed. Ooh, that's you, boo-boo, right there. Ooh, okay, so we got the Ten of Cups. So the first thing, if we're dealing with a person, okay, which it does look like there's something going on with some person in your life, the first thing I want to look at is it friends or family, okay? Now, right out the gate, I'm getting family. But like I tell everybody else, it could be anybody. Whoever the first person is that comes to your mind when I start talking about this. I'm getting family vibes here, though. Some of you have somebody in your family that is not good for you. And again, it could be friends, somebody very close to you that I think is not that good for you. You've been very patient with this person. Very, very patient. Maybe some of you may have given this person chance after chance after chance. You put up with a little bit more bullshit than you would like to put up with. For some reason, you've been very patient with this person for a long time. You're starting to become impatient with this person. Starting to. I don't know if it's somebody maybe constantly bumming money off of you and taking advantage of you, or just somebody just straight up mistreating you. Maybe some of you, maybe some of you might have a child that is way too old to still need your fucking support. I know that's not all of you, but I feel like it's at least one of you. Maybe you got a kid that's still taking advantage of you when they fucking grown and they should be out there doing their own shit, you know? Hell, it could be the other way around. Some of you may have a parent. Maybe you got a fucking drug addicted alcoholic mom or dad that's constantly, treating you like shit, taking advantage of you. Just somebody in your life that I think is toxic, and you're really at a crossroads as to whether or not you should continue putting up with this bullshit, kind of hoping that things change, or release this toxic, shitty, fucked up energy to clear out a new pathway for 2025. But with the Three of Wands here, that kind of indicates that there's not really a decision being made and you're still just kind of waiting, but you're starting to become really impatient. This person is knocking you off balance big time. Ooh, we got the Eight of Cups there. So I'm thinking that even though we do have this Three of Wands energy, you're leaning towards walking away from this. That's what you're leaning towards. There's something inside of you telling you got to let this person go. Friend, family, mom, dad, son, daughter, brother, sister, BFF since fucking 7th grade, whoever it is. Your intuition is screaming, walk away from this person. And you're leaning almost all of your weight into that path, but you're not quite making a decision yet. Yeah, you're dealing with a manipulator. Absolutely dealing with a toxic manipulator. Absolutely. All right, well, let's get some general advice for Capricorn. Related to the subject or not. General advice. General advice. Okay. Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Ooh, okay. So not everybody deserves access to you. You know that, right? Not everybody deserves to be a part of your life. There is a time and a place to be giving, and there's a time and a place to be selfish. Being giving isn't always good, and being selfish isn't always bad. There's a time and a place for everything. Hang on, let me see what else comes out. You are not required to take on any burdens that are not yours to take on. No, you're not. It does not make you a bad person to cut your fucking 30-year-old son off. It does not make you a bad person. You 30 goddamn years old, pull your fucking big boy panties up or big girl panties up and do the goddamn thing. Thank you, Jennifer Barber, for the super chat. Appreciate you. I don't care if you got my blood running through your veins. That does not give you a license to treat me like shit. I don't give a fuck who you are. Now, if I may talk about something personal in regards to my personal life, 2025 marks 10 years since I've seen my family. 10 years. Other than the fact that I did visit my mom one time back in 2021 for an attempted reconciliation, but that didn't last long. The whole rest of my family. I didn't even go visit my dad when he was on his deathbed. No, I didn't. That's a whole other story behind that, though. But I haven't seen my brother. I haven't seen my sister. I haven't seen my cousins. I haven't seen my aunts. I haven't seen nobody. That's just me. I'm not saying be like me. Just saying sometimes that's what you got to fucking do. Everybody has a different story. Everybody has a different path, especially if you're on a manifestation path. Okay? So you know how you always hear people say that you lose 90% of your friends and family on the path to success. You know how you hear people say that? Well, a lot of people misconstrue what that means. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm successful now. I'm too good for you. That's not what that means. What it means is if success and abundance is up here on this vibration, and you and all of your friends and family are down here on this vibration, unless they're going to pick their happy ass up and climb the mountain with you, you got one or two choices. Stay connected to them or leave them behind. This is not Rich Lop's little theory. This is not Rich's little opinion. This is an immutable universal law. The primary law is the law of vibration. The secondary law is the law of attraction. When you take a look around at your life, everything that is a part of your life, the house you live in, the car you drive, the money that you make, the connections that you share with your friends and family, your romantic partners, everything vibrates at the same frequency as you. Now, there's no judgment, okay? I'm not saying good frequency, bad frequency. It has nothing to do with whether or not you're a good person or a bad person, or a smart person or a dumb person. Let's talk about it. Let's use the analogy of radio stations, okay? When you're sitting in your car, there are hundreds, thousands of radio signals blasting through your car, but you can only tune into one at a time. Now, let's say you are tuned into 93.1. And that is your life experience. That's the frequency you've been tuned into your whole life. So all the radio DJs, all of the artists, all of the commercials that you hear, those are all of the people that you're tuned into that are a part of your experience, okay? Well, the abundance and the life that you want to live is all the way over on 107.7. So if you're tuned into 93.1, top country hits, and your goal is to make it to 1077 hip hop and R&B. I'm sorry, but it's going to be really fucking hard to get Garth Brooks to start rapping. It's possible, but Garth Brooks has to make the decision to put the acoustic guitar down, stop singing like a damn redneck, and start rapping. If he makes that decision, then he can absolutely follow you over there to the hip hop and R&B station. But most of the time, the people that you love the most are not going to change frequencies with you. So you have one or two choices. Keep Garth Brooks as a part of your experience and never tune in to where the abundance is, or you leave Garth Brooks behind and say, hey, I'm going to this frequency. I'm changing to this right here. You're more than welcome to come with me if you want, but I'm not waiting on you. And you will. Not you might, not you could. You will be forced to make a decision at some point to leave something or someone behind on the path. Period. If you're lucky, it'll just be one person. If you're lucky. I can't say I've never seen that happen. I have a tiny little handful of times, a couple of times, seen somebody hop on a manifestation path and they have most of their friends and family that are incredibly supportive, and they make their way over to that frequency with them. It is possible, but even those people still have to let go of at least one person. All right, now let's move on to the love portion of the reading. So let's see if we can get any other details about the next person coming in. Who's the next person coming in for Capricorn? Any other details that I missed? Anything else Capricorn needs to hear? Ooh, 6 of Cups. Some of you are going to be reconnecting with a past person. Seen that come through a couple of times this month, actually. That's kind of weird. Ooh, 2 of Swords, though. 10 of Cups. Okay, yep, I'm seeing a reconciliation attempt. And I always hammer on the word attempt. Okay, we'll see at the end of it whether or not it'll be successful. But right now, it's an attempt. So we have the Death card reversed, the 6 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. I'll tell you what worries me a little bit is the 3 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. You know what threes mean, right? Third party. So, and 3 of Swords. We have 3 threes. So that's why I said attempt. There's a third party in the mix here. Absolutely. Yeah, unfinished business. Okay, let's see this person's truest, deepest feelings and intentions. What's their truest, deepest feelings and intentions? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? Okay, I see King of fucking Swords, man. King of goddamn Swords, bro. Magician reversed again. This came out in the last spread. I just didn't mention it. Doesn't look like their intentions are very solid. You know what I'm thinking is happening? I'm thinking that something in their love life fell through. And they are feeling like they have no other options. This person is a codependent. Okay? A codependent, long story short, just doesn't want to be alone. They don't want to be alone because they have a lot of problems deep down inside. They can't stand to be by themselves. They just want to be with some fucking body. Somebody, anybody. They don't care who. Your average codependent doesn't give two diddly dog shits who they're with. What that means is they're not getting with you to connect with you. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them, their little selfish desires, the little void that's in their heart, and basically they need somebody to distract them from their own problems. Basically. That's the in a nutshell version. So now, they ain't changed a goddamn thing. I think that whoever they either got with or whoever they was trying to get with or whoever they was interested in, that fell through. And now they just can't bear the thought of being alone. So the quickest, fastest, easiest way to bring somebody into my life is probably to get somebody who has already given me a chance before to give me another one. Most of the time, especially if you're dealing with a man, I've seen women do it too, but men are way worse about it. The reason men are worse about that is because it's much fucking harder for your average man to find a mate than it is for your average woman. Much, 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 much harder. But again, regardless, I've still seen women do it. But 90 to 95% of the time, when a man comes back, that's the reason why. That's the reason. So, unless he's a really, 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 really good bullshitter, right? Or unless he has a lot of options, maybe he's very financially successful, has some sort of status, has become very popular and well known and has made a name for himself. You know, those men don't really have a problem. Okay, it's pretty easy for them. But that only makes up like maybe 5% of men. The other 95% of men are virtually invisible through the eyes of 95% of the women. And that's why a lot of them, rather than working on themselves to become more valuable in the dating marketplace, they just start working really, really hard at crafting the art of the game. You know that little phrase, the game? Usually you hear that being tossed around when you see a man that's not very good with women. What do you say about that dude? You know that dude that like every time he tries to talk to a woman, he just fucks it all up. He's real awkward, has no social skills, doesn't know what to say. You know, what do you say about that guy? You say, he ain't got no game. Or what about the dude that is a complete and total fucking loser, doesn't have a penny in his pocket, doesn't have a job, but he can just pick up a woman anywhere he goes? What do you say about that guy? You say, he's got game, right? Why did they call it that? Where'd that come from? Why do they call it game? Because that's what it is. It's a game. He's blowing smoke up your ass. Now, how many men get good at the game? Maybe 15, 20%. Maybe. So, most men at some point are going to find themselves at a place where their love life and or sex life grinds to a halt. And they think, man, there's no way I'm going to be able to bring somebody new into my life. I'm hitting a dry spell. So it looks like if I want to bring somebody into my life, my best bet is to get somebody who has given me a chance before to give me a chance again. Most of the time, not all the time, there are exceptions to this, but most of the time. That's the reason why ex-boyfriends come back. Oh, I know the fellas are so pissed off at me now. They always get mad at me when I tell that little secret, but it's the fucking truth. It's the goddamn truth. I'd be lying if I said I'd never done it back in the day. Anyway, though, I trailed way off on that because not all of you are dealing with a man, so. But anyway, okay, so let's see how this situation is playing out. What's the outcome here? 3 of coins, you're finding out about a third party. You finding out about a third party. you're walking away from this. Yeah. You finding out about a third party and walking the fuck away from this. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yep. It ain't going to take long. I don't think you're committing to this 100% anyways. So I don't think it's really going to be all that hard for you to walk away. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As soon as you find out what this person's all about, you're walking the fuck away from this. Let's get some advice. Let's get some advice. What's the advice for Capricorn? What is the advice? Ooh, the Chariot. Well, I tell you what. You better stand in your emotional independence. I think you're doing that anyways. So anytime anybody from your past comes back into your life, I don't give a fuck who it is. I don't care if it's a past lover, a past friend, or a fucking family member you fell out with. Keep them at an arm's distance while you observe their intentions. Give them plenty of rope to hang themselves with it. Just watch them. Just keep them at an arm's distance. Make sure boundaries are laid. Make sure boundaries are understood and respected. And just watch their intentions. If somebody has genuine intentions, okay, I haven't talked about this in a while. Somebody needs to hear this. One question that I used to get a lot back in the day, I haven't really heard it here lately, but how do I know if somebody is trying to manipulate me? I used to get that question all the time back in the day. Well, here's a couple little pointers that might help you out. A person who is not trying to manipulate you will respect your boundaries and your decisions, even if it doesn't benefit them. Even if they get nothing out of it, even if it is to their own detriment, they'll respect your boundaries and your decisions. A person who is not trying to manipulate you will do anything and everything they can to push, poke, twist, bend, and test your boundaries. And you got to stand firm. You stand firm and you put your foot down. What you'll notice is they'll start becoming increasingly more frustrated. And they'll start with the guilt trips. They'll start poking at your emotions, right? And you keep your foot down. And they keep guilt tripping you and shaming you and giving you little backhanded compliments. You put your foot down, you keep it there. You put your foot down, you do not budge. Eventually, they're going to fucking blow up on you. They're going to get pissed. Because most manipulators are very comfortable with their ability to manipulate people. A manipulator's worst enemy is somebody with very, very strong self-esteem, somebody who's very, very emotionally independent, and somebody who's not very easy to persuade. Somebody who's very firm in the decisions that they make. Somebody who's very fixed-minded. That's a manipulator's worst fucking enemy. And they will get pissed off. If somebody gets pissed off at you and tries to make you feel guilty, shames you, starts calling you names, that's a manipulator. Somebody goes out and tries to smear you out to be a bad guy just because they didn't get what they wanted out of you. That's a manipulator. Think about that. All right, now let's take a look and see what's going on with the person that you're interested in. Capricorn's love interest. Let's see what is happening, man. What's happening with the person that you're interested in? Ooh, Justice. Some of you interested in a Libra, possibly. Ooh, some of you interested in a Leo. This is confusing. This is confusing. So we got Ace of Cups reversed, Fool card upright. We got Two of Cups upright, Ten of Swords, Nine of Swords. So, no, you know what I think? I think you're probably going to end up getting with somebody else. That's what this is. You're getting with somebody else. I don't know why yet. It's not really telling me. I don't know if they decline a love offer from you, or maybe just something better comes along and this has just been stringing along for too long and you're getting impatient. I don't know. It's not even giving me a fucking crumb of why this is happening. It's just telling me that something else is coming along and you're jumping on that instead. Okay. Let's see how this person feels about you. How's this person feel about Capricorn? Single Capricorns and the person they're interested in. How they feel about Capricorn, universe. Ooh, Queen of Swords reversed. You intimidate this person. You intimidate the shit out of this person. Did you ever perhaps get an attitude with them? Or maybe they witnessed you from a distance, get an attitude with somebody else? Or maybe just your demeanor intimidates them. Maybe. Maybe you're a little too much for them. I don't know. I have no idea why they see you as the Queen of Swords reversed. I don't know. They do have feelings for you, but you intimidate them. I think, hang on. Yeah, they know that if they was to get with you, they would have to step up their game. Now, you may be like, what the fuck is he talking about? Here's the thing. This person isn't quite who you think they are. They're putting on a pretty good little show. The person that you see, the person that you think they are, is kind of a fake, false rendition of who they actually are. Deep down inside, they are very lost, very scared, very broken, have very low self-confidence, little to no self-esteem. Deep down inside, they're a totally different person. And they know that if they was to let you get that close, you would see who they really are. And they don't want that. They do got feelings for you, though. They do. But they don't want to let you get so close that it blows their cover. Pretty much. Okay, well, any advice? That don't sound like it needs advice. Sounds to me like you're handling this situation the way you should, but let's double check just to be safe. Any advice? Boom, boom, boom. Okay, well, let me figure out how to meet you in the middle here. Try to maybe get a little bit closer to this person if you can. This may only resonate with those of you dealing with a person that you like don't really know all that well. And I'm going to use a generic example, okay? Maybe some of you are talking to somebody at the workplace, you know, and you'd be flirting at the workplace, and maybe once or twice a week you'll meet up and go on a date or go to the house and fuck or something like that every now and then, but you don't really know them all that well. 95% of what you know is at the workplace, okay? Just an example. Apply this however it fits. Try to get a little bit closer to them. Observe this person in multiple different areas and aspects of their life, right? Pay attention to how they treat other people. Pay attention to how they treat their friends. Pay attention to how they treat their family. Just get to know this person a little bit better. Here's the thing, though. Here's where this is going to get slippery. If this person feels comfortable opening up to you, I'm not convinced that you'll actually like the person that they really are. That's where it gets a little bit slippery. This is normally where I would say, let this person know that they're safe to let their guard down and be themselves around you. That's what I would normally say. But this energy here kind of tells me that if they did that, you might lose interest. So I guess, like I said, I don't really think it needs advice. Something better comes along, jump on it. Don't put your life on hold for no fucking body. Nobody. Okay? All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Capricorn family needed to hear, so I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget to check the description of this video if you would like to find out how to schedule a personal reading. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I wish you love, luck, light, and prosperity on your journey. Stay blessed.